Have you ever had a situation where you looked at your profit and loss and you thought, oh, this looks way too much. I'm sure my sales are not that. This happens a lot. And how do we find out what are the errors that could have caused this to happen? Hey everyone, welcome back to Neha's Bookkeeping Corner, where we talk all about the bookkeeping tips and tricks and what are the mistakes that people can make so you don't make those mistakes, right? So a lot of times when they would onboard new clients, they will say, the sales doesn't look right. So either they were doing the bookkeeping themselves or they had someone else, but they just didn't trust the sales. So what sometimes can happen, and we see this more often these days, especially with the promotion from the softwares that, hey, bookkeeping is easy and anyone can do it. I'm not denying these softwares have made our lives very, very easy, but there are still things that can be done professionally a little bit better. So if you are using Xero accounting software, what we've seen sometimes has happened, they will come here and say, for example, you received $2,000 from a client. Instead of finding the invoice this relates to, so they can allocate the payment, what they do is they ignore that. They just, create a customer name right there. And then they allocate it to the sales account. Now, this is dangerous because you possibly already have an invoice to that name. So that is one of the biggest mistakes we have seen. If you think that that has happened, there's a way to double check this. If you go to your accounting and go to the reports, and then you click on account transaction, if you're tracking your sales only through the invoices that you've created, so let's just say you never ever receive any income that is not invoiced, right? Like any normal business. So there's a way to check how can we make sure that you haven't duplicated yourself. Now see here where the source is receivable invoice and credit note. So if there was a duplication, it would also have source as receive money, where which would have come through the bank feed. So if you ever see or if you ever feel that your sales are overstated, always go to the account transaction report, pick up the account, look at the period, and look at the sources, whether it's only coming through invoices or they're coming through spend money as well. Well, I hope you found this useful. Go back to your Xero, check those things for yourself, and make sure your books are not overstating any results. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Let's stay in touch. Follow us on YouTube at Neha942. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at 0394249447.